Alright, so now I'm heading to the KTM service center. This is the third time I'm going for this issue. I've taken once to the Kondapur showroom. I have taken once to the Banjarahills showroom. But the issue was like never resolved. I also complained about this in my first service, but again they have straight away denied that this is not an issue with your bike. This is how the feature works and all that. So what is the issue? ఈ డిస్ప్లే ఉంది కదా, దాంట్లో గేర్ రిఫ్లెక్ట్ అవడానికి చాలా టైం పడుతుంది ఏంటి? 1 సెకండ్ 2 సెకండ్స్ పడుతుంది. మామూలేనా అన్ని దాంట్లో? సరే ఓకే, ఇంకొకటి కూడా ఉంది ఇక్కడ, ఫ్యూయల్ రేంజ్ చూపిస్తుంది. అది ఎప్పుడు జీరోలోనే చూపిస్తుంది ఏంటి?
మీరు ఎంత కొట్టిస్తున్నారు?
ఫుల్ ట్యాంక్ కొట్టిస్తే కూడా అదే చూపిస్తుంది. నేను చాలాసార్లు చూసాను, ఫుల్ ట్యాంక్ కొట్టిస్తే కూడా అదే జీరోనే చూపిస్తుంది.
పెట్రోల్ చూపిస్తుంది కదా సింబల్స్ మీకు ఇక్కడ.
అది కాదండి, ఇక్కడ ఫ్యూయల్ రేంజ్ ఉంది కదా, ఇది ఎప్పుడు నాకు 0 కిలోమీటర్ చూపిస్తుంది. ఫ్యూయల్ రేంజ్ అని ఏదో ఒకటి చూపించాలి కదా.
ఫ్యూయల్ రేంజ్ 0 కిలోమీటర్ ఉంది. 0 కిలోమీటర్ అయిపోవచ్చు, ఆడ ఏముంటుంది, ఏం రాదు కదా. అంటే ఈ ఓన్లీ పాయింట్స్ ఒకటే కదా.
What?
Let me stop somewhere and show you that. Alright, so if you just look at the display, so this fuel range is always nil for some reason. This doesn't work at all, and even if it works, it's always 0. And then trip 1, average speed is fine, average fuel mileage is fine, and then again fuel meter is nil. Sometimes it shows it as 0, but this is the state across my display. To see, I was not quite convinced with this story that the fuel range works only when your bike is in reserve, and then some of the service engineers told me that you have to drive for at least 10 kilometers and then it will show up, all such things.
Come on, it's officially fiction.
That's what they were saying continuously, but somehow I wasn't convinced, because like that's so stupid of KTM to have something across their meter which doesn't work at any situation. Not any situation, most of the situations. Then one day what I was thinking is that I was just looking for some footage in my GoPro collection, and then I came to know that on my second day of this bike purchase, we went for a very short tour outside.
Oh, short trip.
To see how the bike performs and all that. That is when I found in my 4K GoPro footage that the fuel meter was actually working. It was showing some 300 kilometers as such, and the fuel tank was full. So it is very clear that the fuel tank is not in reserve, and also the fuel meter works. That was actually the first time I saw my fuel meter showing anything more than 0. So I did raise this with the AGM of KTM Kondapur, and he said that sir, this is the weekend, we do not have much guys here because it was also a festival, and then he told me to bring the bike on Monday. But the problem is with their service engineers. So their service engineers, I mean like across all the KTM showrooms, it's like they are not well equipped to handle BS6 vehicles. The showroom guys and the service engineers might tell you a different story altogether, but that is the truth. They have literally no information of what are the changes which has been done for the BS6 vehicle, and what you need to do to service that and all that. All they know to do are the basic things, basic mechanical things, or do some basic service things, first service, second service, and all the service mechanic jobs. They are pretty sure about that, but they are not well equipped to troubleshoot, because they have no clue of what are the changes which has been done over here. So I wasn't convinced that even if I take this bike to the service center now, still it's not going to be resolved, because like they will take it, they will look at it, and they will say, no sir, this is the feature, this is how the bike is. I mean like obviously in a car showroom people will try to think twice or thrice to give that answer, because car is a bigger vehicle, and also it's a lot costlier than a bike. So car showroom people usually hesitate to give that answer, but somehow bike showroom people do not hesitate on that part at all. So I was pretty convinced that these guys are not going to give me a solution, and this is going to go on and on, and I do not have that much time to take the bike every day to the service station and have these guys look at it for hours. So I thought, let's give a try with the KTM customer center. So I was looking for the numbers. Actually, it was not an easy search. I have to do a couple of searches in the Google, and then I got the number and I spoke to them, and they told me that this might not be the case. I mean, like, whatever they're saying, that might not be true, but yeah, we will get back to you by after discussing with our technical people. So that's what they said. So I was like, okay, fine. So how much time do you need? They said, sir, we will need 24 hours, but also this is something which we are hearing for the first time. So please drop us a mail to our official email ID, and then we'll have it looked at it and we will reply back to you. So they said. So I thought, okay, let me put that, and I dropped a mail. Instantly, within 15 minutes, it was a weekend. Within 15 minutes, I received a call from KTM India, and they told me that, sir, your fuel range meter should be working, because for the BS6 bikes, your fuel range is supposed to get updated every 800 meters. Listen to it, guys, it's every 800 meters. That is how your fuel range meter should be working. So I did ask him, like, what might be the issue? Why is this, why is this thing even an issue at first place? And then he told me that there might be something to do with the ECU. We might have to reflash it, or if it still doesn't work, then we might have to replace your display. That's what we should be doing. So that's the response I got from them. So I've already spoken to the AGM of KTM Kondapur. So he has asked me to bring the vehicle now. So let me just take it to the service station and see what they had to say. There you go, this is the service station. Let's park the vehicle in here.